Hello Team Crazy Train subscribers! I hope you're enjoying your... well, what time of year is it really? May into June really is that strange kind of nether period where no one really knows what's going on. Well, one thing that is going on is that I have the first of my A-levels tomorrow. What am I doing? I'm making a video that has nothing to do with it to put on YouTube. It's times like these I don't feel I have much of an excuse if I fail. Anyway, this weekend just gone, like many people, I went to see XMen First Class, and I thought I'd give my thoughts on it. Now I had high hopes for this right from the start because the idea of a prequel seemed like less of a cash-in and more of a story in of itself. Plus it was directed by Matthew Vaughn, who always seems to deliver on what he does. So I went to see it and, yeah, it was good. It wasn't incredible, but it was good. Now one thing this film definitely has going for it is that it really wants to fit in with the first two X-Men films that everyone liked. It really wants to be part of that universe and fit in with that continuity. This means there are lots of little hints that relate to them, and lots of very small cameos from all the characters. Very small, I'll have you know. Also, James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender put in great performances in this. You really believe their motivations and that they will eventually become those characters you know. Now, that all said, there were some things that didn't quite make sense. Why does Kevin Bacon start off as a Nazi speaking perfect German and the next minute become a suave American on a yacht? Mystique spends the whole first act as Xavier's strong and opinionated best friend, but halfway through she just gets resigned to the kids club of younger mutants. And suddenly she's made out to be all scared and vulnerable. And yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of some of the younger characters. Although Beast was done really well. It's hard to believe sometimes that that was the dorky chubby kid from About a Boy. Also, Magneto's closing words were so cheesy he may as well have been cackling with lightning bolts in the background. But what am I complaining about cheesy? It's a comic book film. And overall I did really enjoy it. I would definitely recommend it. And one thing I also saw this weekend was the mid-season finale of Doctor Who. All I can say is, a massive revelation about your characters isn't exactly a revelation when you've been encouraging the audience to think of the possibilities for the best part of 2 seasons. Stephen Moffat has been shoving the question of who River Song is ever since he took over the show. So we've contemplated on every possibility of who she could be. Which means that when it's finally revealed, it seems like more of a confirmation than a revelation. Sure, it was nice to find out, but there was no amazement or dramatic shock. Just, oh, I guess it's that. Also, I feel Moffat gets so caught up in his little plot elements that he forgets about one important thing, and that's context. Maybe when he writes an episode this important, he should ask himself things like, where are we? When are we? Who are these people? What do they want? Why are they doing this? Why are we here? Why did this happen? Why did that happen? How did you transport Spitfires from World War II into the future? I don't care if we're going to find all this important stuff out later. I, as an audience member, still feel disrespected if I'm left in the dark. But I digress. Maybe I'm dissing Stephen Moffat a little bit too much. I don't really want that to become the thing I do. And I don't want to be left on my own with my opinions. So why don't you give your thoughts in the comment section? Tell me if you agree with me. Anyway, I'm off to sit an exam that determines the rest of my life. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.